I don't know, Chewie, if this feels like about as close as you've heard. So let's nationalise it. But you must have some questions for Barb. It's your favourite thing.
I watched the announcement when I got home from work, and I was just like, you've cracked it. This is what we've been talking about, that New Zealand's economy is unproductive because we just trade old houses backwards and forwards, and that's how we grow our wealth. National have identified that we have an unproductive economy and are just completely flummoxed on what to do about it. And here you've found a way to potentially kickstart something with some real legs, some long-term thinking, which again is something that National don't do well, without doing one of my fever dreams, which is just crash the housing economy and see what happens, which would of course piss everybody off. So you found a really good middle ground here, and those examples of the Singaporean fund, there's the Irish wealth fund,
Irish,
and that sort of
Scottish, there's
Yep.
plenty of future funds. Canada has some amazing funds as well. I mean, one economist described it to me as being catalytic. It's about catalyzing that innovation and tech in New Zealand. So, we're happy with how this landed. Obviously, there is work that we will continue in government because we need to confirm the assets that we're going to transfer into the fund. But ultimately, this is the first step for us to say, we've got the stuff here. We've got the skills and ideas here. We want to back Kiwis.
Yeah. So my question that I have, and this is kind of, it's not just about this fund, but also the Cullen Fund. And when you come up with a piece of policy, which is like, this is a long-term thing, what do you guys do to safeguard it from, when the wheel turns again and we get National in and they look at this big pot of money and they go, well, we'll just smash that piggy bank now, thanks.
From Muldoon pulling out of the retirement scheme, from Muldoon.
Yeah, so I really pity that future far-right government who wants to say to New Zealand, we don't believe we should invest in ourselves. So one, obviously, the super fund, that has grown over years, and New Zealand loves it and expects it, to help with super costs in the future. Ultimately, our state-owned enterprises, they're ready for sale, really. But what we're saying is there's an additional barrier to this, which is the legislation, that the investment has to be reinvested in New Zealand, or the dividend. Also, the element of the social license for this. We're hearing people say to us up and down the country, my kids want to go on their OE, but the pull to come back to New Zealand is really hard for them. They're looking to Aussie rather than coming back here. Someone has to start this work. Someone has to put that line in the sand and say, well, we're going to back New Zealand, back our kids, provide them with opportunities to stay here at home or come back home.
Why did you feel the need to make this announcement now? I think, and I'm happy to be corrected, but I think that when National had their last run into the election, they didn't start until like February of the year of. And I know everyone's been screaming out, policy, but there's no need for it to be released quite yet. Why have you decided now over closer to Christmas or even the start of next year?
So it's the first step in our wider economic plan. And between now and Christmas, we will be releasing further policies, including the policy that you referenced or inferred.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I've got no idea.
But, I travel a lot for work, both in business communities. I was just down in South Auckland on Friday speaking to social service providers. They're constantly saying to me, give us a vision, give us hope, and give us a plan. So we believe that now is the right time to be able to start to pull together that vision and plan, a future made in New Zealand by New Zealanders. So this is the starting point. We've got more to come, but ultimately we think the timing is right, given that the government has no plan and they were elected on the promise to make things better, but it's just gotten worse.
It's perfectly good time to strike now. The iron is hot for people being annoyed about the direction New Zealand's going on when it comes to the economy.